and welcome to my apartment. I moved in here about 1.5 months ago. I haven't showed it yet basically because I'm a big believer in private victories, so I was quite happy to move in here, quite happy to knuckle down, get to work, and just not tell anyone about it. But in 2020, one of my goals is to really elevate my personal brand and really provide a lot more value online. I decided, look, it'd be good to show you guys what it looks like in here because I spend pretty much all of my day in here, unless it's out on the golf course. Spend a lot of my time in here, and this is where I work, this is where I live, this is where everything goes down. So let's get straight into it. This is what we got when we first walk in the front door. Now, as we walk around, I'm gonna point out, little things, little systems I've got in place. I'm a big believer in optimal defaults, so I basically position everything to make sure I make the right decision rather than the wrong decision. We're gonna walk around here. I'm gonna go through section or area by area. First thing we got here is this nice little handle here. Pull it open. Now this is the laundry section. It's a washer and dryer. I don't use it, but we've got one there. This little mess here is my charging station. For any of you creatives out there, charging is a big thing, so this gets really messy sometimes, but that's what we got in there. A couple of, miscellaneous things up here. We've got a jigsaw up there. So now we're gonna head across to the kitchen. Now this is the kitchen area. Basically, it's not really like a kitchen with a bench top or anything. It's just sort of built on the bench there. Got a stovetop, can't say I've used that. Got coffee machine. We've got my favorite kettle. I'm trying out coffee. I'm trying to see if I like it, try different variations of coffee, see which one sort of stands out for me, because I was never a coffee drinker. One thing I say about this being a minimalist apartment is, when I say minimalist, I mean, I use stuff in a very intentional way. With all this stuff in here, it's very intentional. There are some, I can't lie and say that all my drawers are super squeaky clean, but with everything I have, I try to be as intentional as possible. In here is hidden is the fridge. What we've got in here, got my water. I've been trying almond milk. I'm trying different variations of milk, trying to see which one I like. Trying to stay away from normal milk. What else we got? We got these things. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you've probably heard of LaCroix water. Now, in Australia, we don't actually have LaCroix. I think online you can actually order LaCroix and get it sent here in big boxes, but I just get this one, 0 sugar sparkling water. So what I do, because I do intermittent fasting, this kind of stuff is amazing because it's sugar-free and it's really good for getting through that morning period, especially if you do some exercise in the morning and then straight into your fast. Or you're still in your fast, it's not ideal because you often get pretty hungry. I've got meals in here. I use my Muscle Chef pre-prepared meals, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. And then we got some pears in there, I love pears. Next spot is sort of this bookshelf area. First we got this big thing here. That's where I keep all the big filming equipment, so anything for doing video, your tripod, your light stands, anything like that, keep it in there. Books, last year was my goal to read 52 books, so a book a week. I fell about 8 books short, which was very disappointing, but I'm gonna be doing a book a week this year as well. So these are some of the ones I've got so far. I've learned with books now, you kind of got to find that golden nugget because, if you read through all of it, lots of them tell you to action every single thing in them, but you might think, well, look, if I'm reading a book a week, by the end of a 3-week period, you've got like 50 things to action, and some of them might overlap or, interlock. Some of them might not support each other. So going through the books, I try and find that golden nugget that I can apply if I agree with it, and I give it a go, and then sort of test and see, did it actually work? Was it worthwhile? Or can I swap it up or get rid of it? Here's the next area we've got. This is the lounge area. So got the lounge there. That's a super cheap one from online. I loved it because it was express delivery. I was like, I haven't got a lounge out, I'm moving in like a week. So I got that one there. Got Google Home there. I don't do too much in terms of using Google Home. I sometimes ask Google to play music, general timers and things like that, but nothing too crazy at all. The book that I'm currently reading, Indistractable, Car Rego. And also what we got in here is a Kindle Oasis. Now, I love this thing, just got it. I've just started my first book on it. I'm loving Kindle because I looked at last year and thought, well, why didn't I read 52 books? Potentially, maybe one of the reasons could have been because I wasn't carrying a book around with me everywhere. And every time I was sort of, not sure what to do, I had a spare 10 minutes, I'd reach for my phone. Well, now I've got the Kindle, so whenever I don't know what to do, I'll reach for the Kindle instead. I'm giving that a go. Plus the books on Kindle are a lot cheaper considering they don't have to post you a real book. Here, it's pretty stock standard. We've got the lounge, got a chair there. I know they're different grays, gets me every time. Got a plant over there. My mom's a florist, so sort of greenery around the place. She's sort of like, hey, you gotta have a few plants and bits and pieces. Other area we have, this is meant to be the desk area, sort of the study, or what I've turned it into. Just got the printer up there. We've got, you know what that is, that's the jigsaw puzzle rolled up. So you get these cool mats and you can roll them and store them rather than having them, you know, out all the time. Got some shoes in there. There's a camera bag. That's Freddie. Freddie is the vacuum. Freddie goes around at 6 o'clock or 6:20 every morning. I've got him on a schedule, buzzes around the floor, gets everything clean. And generally during that time, I'm trying to be in the gym at 6:20. So he'll buzz around, get everything clean, get the floor clean every day. And then he'll dock back at his station. By the time I get back from the gym, he's generally done. So he just parks there. I just like working in a clean environment because quite often I find myself, one thing I spill literally all the time is incense sticks. Now I burn these a lot each day. When you've got the air conditioner on, blows it on the floor, big mess. So Freddie goes around, he cleans up everything. Next area we got is the bathroom. Toilet behind there, shower, there's us. What's going on? Nothing too crazy, you know what a bathroom looks like. Next area we have is my desk. Now, this is my favorite thing because I spend a lot of time here. I had a stand-up desk prior to this. This was the one I sort of built. So I bought the legs separate from the top. So the desktop is a one from IKEA, and then I just mounted these gray legs on it. Electric one, so I've got 2 settings on it. We can bring it up and bring it down. I generally keep it at 115, so 115 centimeters. That's when I do my standing work. Got some cool cable management. I thought I was pretty proud of myself for what we did under here. We've got one plug going into the wall, then they go into the black box. Then we've got a line of cables that go up. Looks pretty clean from up here. Samsung monitor I got off Gumtree for about 200 bucks. We've mounted that on a little desk stand there. One thing I'm trying to do is really work on my posture, keeping my back straight, standing strong, rather than being hunched over, which I've used to do a lot. So this is the way I run it. So I don't have a desktop or anything. I just run it from my MacBook. This is the 2015 spec'd out MacBook, 15-inch. Headphones in here, these are the Bose, I think QC35s. Those are my blue light blocking glasses. They're from MVMT. I've started to wear those glasses all the time because blue light, something I'm trying to work on a lot is my sleep. So I'm trying to get better sleep performance, trying to make sure I'm getting awesome sleep rather than just going to sleep hoping for the best, waking up the next morning and I'm not feeling great. Blue light blocking glasses, because I'm sure you know blue light from monitors, from phones, from just lights in general. If you're outside, if you're looking at TVs, whatever it is, and that disrupts your rhythm, your body's natural rhythm. I use those, try and block out blue light. And these lights all around here, not the ones on the roof, but we've got Philips Hue system, that light, that one. We've got the desk light strip there. And then in the bedroom, we've got, well, I'm trying to point 1 and 2. Those lights are Philips Hue. So towards the later hours of the evening when I'm stopping my work, they start turning red. It sort of tells me when my bedtime is, plus the red light, block any blue light out, make sure I'm not upsetting my natural rhythm in my body, make sure that I'm getting really good sleep. Standard operating procedures, these are principles I set for my 2 companies, Offset and Stride. Just some generic rules that I follow about meetings, about communication, just so I can remind myself when I'm at the computer, I can see those and just make sure I'm following them. Now this here, this is 30 grand in fake cash. Now it's US dollars, but I won't go into that. Why I have that there, we'll probably do that in another video. Next room, bedroom. Morning and night routine, so I keep them up there just as a reminder, step by step, what I gotta do for my morning and night routine. Trying to be a lot more consistent with that as well. I've also got that in my kitchen cupboard over there. I open that to get my tea out, so it's just a reminder. This little board here has been really good. Private victories, stacking private wins, basically doing all the things like 6 a.m. wake up, going to the gym, having cold showers, you know, the things that people don't see, I just keep a streak tally of them. As soon as I do one, I keep going every day, you know, every day's a tick. When I miss a day or when I don't do it on a certain day, back to 0. And then we fill in our PBs over here. Cold showers has been going on for a while. That's now a habit for me. So every time I hop in the shower, it's a cold shower. I don't even like hot showers anymore. It helps because we're in Australia and it's summer, which means it's super duper hot. Coat hanger rack thing from Kmart. Keep this bag. I use this instead of a backpack sometimes. I love a good backpack. If you see me around, you see me having a backpack on my back. Big jacket over there. Probably don't need that because it's summer right now. Reason I got the blind down, again, super hot today. Here's the bed. We've got 2 lights, 2 bedside lamps. Diffuser on this side. Now, this was a present from my missus. Gonna start using it a bit more. So I just put lavender in there. I set it on basically half an hour before bedtime. And then when I walk in here, it smells like lavender, which is awesome. Again, I research different things like that. I try them out, see if they work. And if they do work, I keep using them. If not, I try something new. Here's the other bedside. Now what we've got here is my See, Believe, Achieve document. So this is sort of like a mindset document in here. I'll probably walk through this in another video. It's got goals, it's got, you know, different key things for me, affirmations, different visualizations, things like that, that I read every morning just as a reminder of the goals, a reminder of why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm getting up at 6 a.m. going to the gym, why I'm doing my reading, my meditation, why I'm fasting, all that kind of stuff. That's why I keep that in that book, and it reminds me of it every day. Clothes, I've got a few that are going in the wash. It's got the washing bag down there. There's this awesome service here in Adelaide where they wash, dry and iron. So I do that, super cheap, and it's well worth the time. A couple of shirts. I generally wear navy blue t-shirts or white t-shirts a lot of the time. Router, Philips Hue system. I have this, you'll see, I've got 2 of these around the place. So this is a Meros smart plug. I've got one there, and I've got one under the desk, which is right about there. These, I've got them on timers so they automatically shut off. Again, doing research, looking more into detoxing, EMF, things like that. And you know, the effects of having a router on, especially considering it's in my bedroom and I literally sleep just there. The negative effects, so I have it set to turn off before I go to bed each night, making sure that I try and keep this room as EMF free. There's still power cables and there's still my phone, which even though it's on airplane mode, it can still emit some stuff. So that's something I'm trying to think about a lot more, be a lot more cautious of that. Up here, boxes of everything, because if I ever need to sell it or anything, I like just keeping the box on hand. Safe, so this is where I put my phone every morning. It's currently in my pocket because I was just messing around with the lights in here to get it right for filming, but put my phone in here, put it on airplane mode basically until 1 o'clock every day. So that's just a way of me not being distracted by my phone. I could just put it completely out of the picture. Got some backpacks. You know I love backpacks. That's pretty much set up in here. The only time I'm ever in my bedroom is to sleep. And I'm not on my phone. I don't watch Netflix or anything. I'm just in my bedroom to sleep. Anything else I do is all out here. Balcony, you don't want to forget that one. So now we're outside. This is what the balcony looks like. So we head from back in here, head out here. So this is what we got. A little trampoline, mini trampoline, rebounder, whatever you want to call it. I bounce on that each morning because I find after meditation, I feel a bit sleepy. So I just bounce on the rebounder for a bit, gets the blood flowing. I just feel good after doing a couple of minutes on that. So recently got that, chuck that there, hop out here, get some nice fresh air. It gets pretty windy up here, so you get some fresh air in the morning. That's the view that we got. Glenelg sort of down there, I think. I'm just looking over here, so there's a bit more square there. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of my new apartment. Now, it's a pretty cool space. I'm really liking it, and I would sort of call it a minimalist space. I'm very intentional with what I have and make sure that if I'm gonna have it, I'm gonna really get use out of it, and I'm really gonna make sure I get value from it. Otherwise, what's the point of really having it just sitting around? And you know, I like no clutter, and I'm sure most of you guys do as well. When you don't have a cluttered space, you can think clearly, so I like to keep it pretty clean. I'm super blessed to have had the success in the past couple of months to be able to move in here and be able to enjoy it as much as I have, and now just looking to continue to grow my companies and continue to help you guys. That's why I wanted to show you this. It's not to show off or anything, because I'm very heavy on my private victories, but I just really wanted to show you because if I'm going to be bringing you guys value and bring you along my journey, I wanted to show you where I spend all my time. So this was a look into my apartment. I really hope you enjoyed it. And again, I showed you a few certain things around the place, different systems, little hacks, little things I've put in place to make sure that I'm always making the right decisions. So some of those I'm going to talk about a bit more in future videos. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.